What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Steve.
I'm Lindsay.
Today we're going to be reacting to a surprise while hunting for the UK's only venomous reptile. He is hunting for a venomous snake called the adder. And this is really surprising to me because I had always heard that you guys over in the UK and Ireland didn't have snakes.
Right.
Or at least I thought you didn't. And to know that not only do you actually have snakes, you actually do have a venomous snake is pretty surprising to me.
Yeah.
And so that's why I want to check this video out today, guys. Don't know what to expect with this. I have no idea how often people see these snakes or if they're very rare, but this is actually one of the first times I'm exploring. I know that you're exploring any type of animal, wildlife type stuff on the channel. All right, guys. So the adder is actually known as the common European viper. Common European adder looks to be the one that we're going to be seeing today, I guess.
I hate snakes.
Yes, Lindsay cannot stand snakes, and our cat Joe, he loves.
Well, he's like a feral alley cat.
He's our cat.
Feed him.
Joe, he absolutely loves to bring little baby snakes into the yard.
Not just babies.
Oh yeah, and I've had to deal with a few of them at this point. None of them have been poisonous, but that I know of. But I just want to see this. Like litters range in size from 23 to 20, with young staying with their mothers for a few days. Adults grow to a total length of 24 to 35 inches. So
over 2
about 3 feet, 2 to 3 feet. So they're not huge, but considering they're venomous, yeah. Anyways, guys, enough rambling. I'm hoping we can see these things in the wild here on this video. So let's go check this out.
Welcome to a shot of wildlife. Today I'm at Beeston Common near Sheringham on the North Norfolk coast. Now I've came here especially looking for the UK's only venomous species of reptile, the adder. But there are other reptiles here, so I'm going to get looking around and hopefully find some interesting things to show you. Beeston Common is a small patch of heath, grass and marshland along the North Norfolk coast. It's prime reptile habitat, and I didn't have to go very far before I spotted an animal I've never filmed before. A slow worm.
Ew, what the heck
What
thing?
is that? A slow worm?
That looks like a snake.
Well, worms look
weird.
I
know, but it's big.
Yeah, but imagine if an earthworm was that big, it would look like a snake.
I hate worms too. Anything slithery.
So is that a type of worm? I guess it is, slow worm. That is weird.
Pretty big though.
I've never seen a worm that big. That's pretty crazy.
But worms don't have eyes. This has eyes in a mouth. Look at it.
So is it a type of snake?
It looks like it.
Now, despite their name, they are not worms.
Okay.
And despite their appearance, they are not snakes either. Slow worms are actually a legless species of lizard.
Gross.
They can be separated from their snake cousins as they have eyelids, and snakes do not. They also have the ability to shed their tails if threatened, which is a common defense mechanism in lizards.
Oh my gosh. Ew.
Wait, why is shedding a tail a defense mechanism?
Like I would think if you were grabbed by another predator.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
This one was in a bit of an unusual spot, out in the open.
Ew.
At around 40 centimetres long, it is nearly fully grown. They can get to a maximum of 50 centimetres, but still, they make very easy prey for many birds and mammals. When they are fully warmed up, slow worms can move quite quickly, but one thing that is slow about them is the rate at which they age. They can live for a very long time, an average of 20 to 30 years in the wild.
Wow.
And one in captivity lived to the ripe old age of 54.
Wow. That's crazy.
That's insane.
And how great was that? I cannot believe I saw the slow worm just out in the open, and it let me film it for ages. It's gone back into the bracken now, or it's gone into the bracken now, and I'm going to carry on, hopefully see an adder. The sun's out, fingers crossed.
I just want to say that something you'll never hear me say is, oh, fingers crossed, I'm going to see that freaking snake. Ooh.
Yeah. If there are two animals she does not like, that would be snakes and sharks.
Oh God, I hate sharks too.
Yeah. And I think it's like Well, it's not really a reason to, honestly, to hate sharks. They're not going to hurt you. I mean, they can if you're, if you happen to be.
There's definitely a reason to.
Yeah, if you happen to
I
be
will
swimming in
say
the territory.
it's definitely hyped up, probably from movies.
That's what
and
I
stuff.
mean.
But that's where my fear comes from, is like the movies I've seen.
Yeah, that's it's always the case.
Also, I just don't like the fear of the unknown aspect of like.
Off topic, that is one of the many downfalls to seeing certain types of movies when you're too young for them, because from that point on,
Tears it into your brain.
Yeah,
not even if you're too young. Like, I just have a very vivid imagination.
Yeah, but imagine you're 6 years old and you see Jaws. It's a very likely scenario you're going to be scared of sharks for the rest of your life, because that was a very integral part of your childhood, that moment of that fear that you saw in that movie, because you weren't prepared for it. So, but yeah, anyway.
Patches of gorse, and I've been told that along the edges of these is where I was most likely to see an adder. I was walking slowly and carefully, but apparently not carefully enough. Well, I can't believe it. I've just seen an adder, and unfortunately it saw me first. All I saw was the zigzag patterning on its back going in under the gorse. But it's a good sign. They're here. They're out basking.
Oh my gosh.
Catch one on
buddy.
My question is, how fast are they? You know what I mean?
Probably pretty dang fast.
Because if they're fast, is one thing. If they're slow, not a big deal. But again,
despite my optimism, I did have a bit of dread that I might have missed my one chance to catch an adder on film.
Snakes are very.
I took a walk around the heath.
They'll leave you alone if you leave them alone.
One of the other residents made an appearance. A male great spotted woodpecker.
Oh, that's pretty.
There are 3 types of woodpecker in the UK, and great spotted are the most common, as you may have noticed if you've seen my last 3 wildlife walk videos.
That reminds me.
That's a really pretty bird.
Yeah, it is. That reminds me that something called bird spotting is very popular in the UK. I've heard something called train spotting too. I'm guessing both of those are what they sound like.
Well, here it's probably called bird watching.
Yeah, but I think it's even more popular in the UK, guys.
Yeah.
Let us know in the comments, is that really what bird spotting is? Simple bird watching? Because, I mean,
identifying.
A lot of people, especially seems like as they get older, they do that. But train spotting is one of those things I'd like to check out. I'd like to check out a video about that, because supposedly that's a huge deal in the UK.
Which I guess it would make more sense
They have
there,
a lot more
because you have a
trains.
lot more types of trains.
Yeah, it's definitely more popular there. Yeah.
The green woodpecker is also fairly common, but the lesser spotted is quite rare, especially in my part of the country. The woodpecker wasn't the only bird around. This carrion crow was nearby. Upon close inspection it was eating something, but I'm not certain what the food was. Almost definitely a small animal of some sort. Here is the best frame I captured. What do you think it was? My best guess would be a frog.
I have no idea.
I'd left the adders for a while now, so I went back to the spot where I'd seen one, and guess what? It was there.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
There are 3 native species of snake in the UK, and adders are the only one with zigzag markings down their backs. As the zigzag is black, this animal is a male. In females, it would be lighter brown. Unfortunately...
Oh my god.
Okay, that thing is fast. That thing is fast.
Yeah.
But obviously, as we see, it didn't want to be near him. It wanted to go away. So that's one reason you don't have to worry about snakes. If, like...
I don't know. Here in the U.S., they're not that skittish.
Maybe not anymore, because they've been around people.
We were on the river walk the other day.
Yeah.
And granted, it was a black snake, so it wasn't poisonous. But Sophia was on her scooter, like, zipping along ahead of us. And there was a black snake about to cross, like, it had its head up about to cross the trail. And it didn't run off when she zipped past, and you were about to walk, like, right beside it. And
Yeah.
Snakes aren't as
I
scary.
can't tell you how many rattlesnakes I've come across when I was hiking or whatnot.
We see snakes a lot, unfortunately.
They're a lot.
It didn't stay for very long. Had my luck finally ran out? I can't believe it was actually there. Unfortunately, I didn't get very much footage of it because a group of people came who were also looking for adders. They got to see it quickly before it disappeared underneath the gorse. However, hopefully, I'm going to come back round here in about 15
what's the word of the
minutes
hour?
more, and hopefully be back out, and then hopefully I'll be able to show you its head. I went for a short walk whilst I waited for the adder to come back out and spent a little while staring into the shallows of one of the on-site ponds. Aside from the 3 spine sticklebacks in the centre of the pond, which I didn't manage to film, it was great to see that the shallows were swarming with frog and toad tadpoles, which you might just be able to make out here. Maybe I'll come back a little bit later in the year and do some underwater filming here. It's about half an hour later and I have some brilliant news. Look here, just over there, the adder is here right now. You might be able to see it on the screen, but if not, I'm going to show you the footage. Brilliant, this whole day has been worthwhile.
No.
Yep, for the first time ever, I've been successful at
Wow.
finding and filming an adder to show you. This is probably the same male as earlier, and if you look closely, you will see that its eyes look cloudy.
Is it sleeping?
This isn't an illness, but it is a sign that the animal is getting ready to shed its skin, which usually happens at the beginning of spring when they emerge from hibernation. At the start of this video, I mentioned how these are the UK's only venomous species of snake, and although it is true they are venomous, the threat they pose to people is tiny. In fact, only 14 people in the UK have died from an adder bite in the last 147 years.
Oh, wow.
How many did he say? 14?
14 in the 137 years, I think he said.
Huh.
Wow.
To put that into perspective, you are 21 times more likely to die in this country from being struck by lightning than you are from being bitten by an adder.
I still don't want
But
to see one.
I must say that adders are sensitive creatures, and if you ever see one, it's very important not to disturb them or try to get too close.
Yeah, that thing's
Like
thick.
most snakes, adders
Yeah.
are ambush hunters, with their main prey being small rodents and lizards. They grow to around 60 centimeters long when fully grown, and usually live to between 5 and 10 years in the wild. Interestingly, unlike most snakes, adders give birth to live young.
He is fat. Look at the thing.
This one kept
Yeah,
changing
just
position to make the most of the sunlight, and after getting all of the footage I wanted, I left him to enjoy the spring warmth. And I've done it. I cannot believe that it's been a success. I really didn't think I was going to see any, and I thought that this would be a video that I never actually got to show you.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I guess that's weird. I mean, I can respect the beauty of nature and the purpose behind pretty much all living things, but it's still something I don't like snakes and I don't want to see them.
Yeah, I know you don't, because even if they're non-venomous, you don't
Yeah,
like them.
I don't.
I think that's so cool, man, because like he actually caught this on, goes out to find this and actually catches on video, which
Yeah, that's
sounds
pretty
like
lucky.
yeah, it sounds like it's a pretty rare thing to be able to do. Just go out one day and catch this on video. That's pretty cool. Now I'm curious, do you guys actually have a lot more snakes? Because I just assumed you didn't from what I had heard. I was
Yeah.
under the impression that like you go camping in the UK, you don't really have to worry about the animals as a dangerous type of thing like you do here. Like we talked about it on a video not too long ago. We got to worry about snakes and bears and mountain lions and, you know, everything, wolves and
coyotes.
everything under the sun. It seems like you always got to take bear spray with you and things like that if you're going to go hunting deep in the wilderness and stuff like that. You know, it's one of those things that I did not think the UK had to deal with anything like seriously dangerous animal wise. But now I'm curious. Let us know in the comments, guys. Are there some other animals that we may be surprised to find out the UK actually does have? And now I'm also curious about Ireland. Do they actually have snakes as well? I don't know. But let us know in the comments, guys. We have no idea. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for stopping by. Please click that like button. Feel free to drop your comments or suggestions about this video or others. And don't forget to subscribe to continue to follow us on our journey to discover anything and everything from the UK and Ireland. Until next time, guys, peace.
Bye.